I go to nights, I go to events, and the ones that stand out are the ones that make an effort.
After the first one, the amount of even our own friends who came up to us and was like, oh my God, this is amazing what you have done.
On our first event.
It seemed like such a shock.
Because you do kind of have to prove yourself, because anyone can just come up and say, I want to run a night. Anyone can pay a few quid to book a venue, but actually filling it up, it really shows.
I think a lot of people don't realise how much we're putting our own neck on the line. You've no financials backing you up, everything's coming out of your own pocket, so we're keeping track of everything. We're trying to give the best we can on a low budget. We're not doing this for the money. We started doing it because we love partying and making creative things.
Church is a divine intervention of disco, funk and techno.
Why did we pick disco, funk and techno?
Yeah. Well, shall we talk about that now? Like
Why?
now?
Yeah.
Oh, is this what we're doing? We're talking about it now.
I
Right,
like
okay.
leading the question there.
Right. What are you doing? So my name is Barra.
And I'm Nave, and we run a night called Church.
Technically just it's a dance music, it's a club night. You know, they happen all the time, but we're trying to put a different twist on ours, like everyone else is. We're trying to stand out.
What makes us different than other nights in Belfast is our creative stance on how we want to create these events. So it's basically we're just utilising our friend group, which is amazing. We have DJs, visual artists, photographers, illustrators, movie makers. Like, we really do have friends like in all kind of areas. It's about all of us and what we want to give to our congregation, and more importantly, it is about our congregation having a good time. Studied animation, graduated a year ago, and at the minute I'm working as a freelance fashion stylist. I've been modelling since I was like 16, so I've been involved with the fashion scene here in Belfast, but I enjoy organising and planning, and I enjoy dance music and going out and partying, so that's kind of what led me to event management and working with Bar to create our night.
I originally applied to study a social anthropology and Spanish degree at Queen's University, and that didn't work out for me, so I kind of somehow slipped into doing an events management degree, turned into this. It's the best thing I've ever done. I've had a lot of experience working in the music and arts scene in Northern Ireland. I think it's got to the point now where I've absorbed enough, and now I need to give stuff back, and that's why we're kind of here doing church.
It was the moment we were sitting in Woodworkers having our first meeting, and we were trying to think, right, what do we call it? What are we going to call it?
The hardest thing about running an event isn't the organisation, isn't the marketing, it's giving it a name that isn't terrible.
We were looking at a place over in England or something called like Church of Good Vibes or something like that, and then I said to Barra, I was like, well, you know, do you want to go to church? I've been brought up Catholic and I've been brought up with a religious background, but that isn't the reason that church has been called church. But it's very interesting interacting with the people who come and how they react to like us adding in that little bit of like religious kind of like imagery, or like when people come in and we stamp them, I always kind of be like, God bless, you know, and they're like, hey, loving it, yeah. And when those guys are playing up there and you see everyone just standing, listening to them, like hands are up, everyone's fist pumping, everyone's going mad.
Everyone's together in one place, they're hands in the air, all facing one person standing behind an altar, leading the service, leading the people, controlling them with the music. Yeah. So you could say it's almost like a real church.
This poster is
Isn't it? It's
bigger than my whole entire being.
Yeah.
So where's this poster gonna go?
Well, we want to put it in the menagerie, but like, I wish I could like put it somewhere else.
Somewhere better than that, like in a bus stop. I feel like we need to put a thing across Brno. We have to put something funny across Brno.
Sinner.
Why is Bruno dropped out?
Because he's moving on to bigger and better things. He's playing at Higher Vision Festival in Cavan.
I feel like he was promised that slot and then wasn't guaranteed it, and then booked us because he had nothing else on, and then got it and dumped us.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Oh well.
Do what you gotta do.
No, yeah, problems occur in the events industry, especially with nights and the stuff that we're doing. And it just happens, you know, people get booked for other things, people have other plans, and plans change, and that's all right.
if big opportunities come people's way, like you have to jump at them and you have to take them, and we have to be understanding of that because, you know, if the shoe was on the other foot and we were given some big
We'd do the
opportunity,
same.
we'd have to kind of let someone down. So
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing personal about it. It's just business.
Should we ask if there's any more of these?
We could call back
Yeah.
like another day.
Yeah, we
But
could.
these are the ones that everyone loved.
Holy chalices.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
They don't hold a lot of drink, but
No.
I think it was just the novelty of having it
Yeah.
that they really enjoyed.
Adds to that church experience. Just like you're in real church.
Well, whenever we actually picked the date for church, we completely forgot that Eric Prydz was on. And when we first found this out, it was something that we actually were quite nervous about. And then we decided, oh, we'll turn this to our advantage. That'll be one of our main targets. And kind of just the road from there. But I think as the night started getting closer and we needed to sell tickets and Twitch was on, then Shine After Party was on, and more events started kind of creeping up, and we're still like, we're only new on the scene, only like a very small group of people actually know about us. So it was nerve-wracking, and it was trying to believe in your product, which we definitely do, but it was trying to also make sure that we sold that to people and to get people through the door. Right, next stop, Menagerie.
Next stop, Menagerie.
I do this all the time in my room, listening to music and practicing. I don't get worried whatsoever because I spend so much time doing this anyway. It's hard actually to remember that I'm up in front of a bunch of people. The last time we put on one of these services, it was amazing. By the time I got my head out of what I was doing on the decks, like halfway through my set, I looked up and the room was completely packed, which is something I've not experienced before. Ideal outcome is happy faces, like people smiling and dancing away. Just about putting on a good party that people would want to come to again. You know, bigger and better things. It's always the kind of like the goal with this.
A good DJ is someone who can keep calm under pressure and kind of be flexible and adjust what's going on to how the crowd respond. And it's like a relationship between the DJ and the crowd.
You're going for it and you're going really, really heavy, and next thing it slows down so that you can get your breather. Or
You
go get
do
your
think
smoke
about it,
and-
it's in your subconscious, but you don't like think about it.
You
It just
don't
kind of
notice it.
happens, and that's the beauty of it. You need
That's
to
a good DJ.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they really are controlling
people's
your night
emotions.
and
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I wish I filled these up earlier on because they're starting to deflate and fall down towards the crowd, but that's okay because then the balloons will be closer to the crowd and they can grab onto them and have fun with them. Oh God.
How are you feeling now, Barry? What's on your mind?
I've been really busy all week, so I haven't really had time to be stressed out about this, which is good. So it's just been today, hectic today. So, and you know, it's happening no matter what, so I'm feeling good.
It was nerve-wracking, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was very anxious about that all day, and like, it took me a while after the event had started to settle myself a bit, like, because you could see people coming out of Eric Prydz and walking up the street, and people were walking past, and people would stop and take a look at the menagerie and be like, oh, there's something on in there, but then they'd walk on, so seeing that was nerve-wracking.
It's 9 o'clock. We are doors open. We're ready to go. Feeling really chilled out. You know, weather's good. Everyone's partying at our Prydz and then coming around here. So yeah, feeling really good about it.
The music was amazing, and you knew that everything was right. Everything about the event was right. We just needed people to arrive. have so many ideas for church in the future that we really want to get involved in it, and it is all about the experience. Like people coming home at night and being like, that was awesome, that was so cool, like can't wait to go to the next one.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We want people to be like, that was class, who knew that this could happen in Belfast.
Yeah.